Hey, welcome to another low-sec video for EVE Online. This time around I wanted to show you how to rat using the destroyers. Once again I have two options for the fits and ships. One is the short range option, the other one is the long range option. For the short range I picked the Catalyst with hybrid blasters, and for the long range is the Talwar destroyer with light missiles. Let's take a look at the Catalyst first. It is a cheaper option and it is very well suited for PvE short range combat because of the bonuses towards hybrid weapons. The fit itself is quite simple. In the high slots you want to have 8 neutron blasters fitted with antimatter ammo. In the medium slots you want to fit a micro warp drive and a cap recharger. As for the low slots I have the armor repair, the energized adaptive nanomembrane and the magnetic field stabilizer. This equipment is needed for armor tanking the destroyer. If your power grid skills allow you to, you can also fit a few rigs. For example, here I fitted the small hybrid collision accelerator to increase the damage of my hybrid weapons. But I couldn't fit any other rig because of no power grid left to spare. The tactics for short range combat remain the same as for any other ship. You have to maintain a tight orbit around your target to avoid getting hit by their weapons. Battlecruisers make a very easy target, and sometimes they drop very nice loot. But battleships are also not a very tough target for the destroyers to handle. As long as you maintain the low orbit, you will not be hit very much by the battleship or its companion frigates, but you likely will still have to use the armor repair on your ship, because catalyst shields will deplete quite fast when it comes to short range combat. And just make sure not to keep your armor repair constantly running. Simply anticipate damage and just pulse it now and then to keep your armor in tip-top shape. And as long as you keep your speed up, the battleships will not be able to damage you at all. Now when it comes to the long range option, I picked the Talwar destroyer for several reasons. Firstly, and most importantly, it has the bonuses towards the light missiles, and then it also has a very interesting bonus towards the reduction of the micro warp signature radius. What it means is that usually when you engage your micro warp drive, your signature radius increases by a certain amount, but when it comes to the Talwar, that increase is going to be decreased by 15%. So it will be less easy to target this destroyer, and you can freely use the micro warp drive to get into the long range away from your target. This fit is also armor tanked, and in the high slots we have the 7 light missile launchers. Talwar has bonuses towards the explosive damage, so it's best to arm it with the Nova missiles. In the medium slots we have the micro warp drive, the target painter and the sensor booster armed with the targeting range script. The sensor booster is essential for long range targeting. When it comes to the low slots we have the armor repair, the energized adaptive nanomembrane and the ballistic control system. You can also fit a rig here if you'd like to. I decided to install the small warhead calefaction catalyst to increase the damage of my light missiles. One thing to keep in mind is that with my skills and the fit of the ship right here, I have to keep the targets away at 60 kilometers, otherwise you simply will not be able to target them. 60 kilometers is a very nice long range, and typically your targets should not be able to breach your shield even though the ship is armor tanked. This method of low-sec ratting is much safer in my opinion because you stay away from the warp-in point of the asteroid belt. If somebody scans you down and warps in at your asteroid belt, you will be able to spot them at a reasonable time and get out safely. The only hazard comes when you want to loot the wreck of your target. You have to quickly burn to its location, getting closer to the warp-in point of the asteroid belt. And sadly sometimes it's not even worth it. But it's all part of the game. With a long-range ship, I generally warp in at about 70 to 100 kilometers away from the asteroid belt. That way I'm already at the optimal range, and I do not have to spend time putting distance between me and my target. Once you have targeted the battleship, just keep on firing your missiles and maintaining that long range. This time around I saw a party of ships moving through the system, and I'm pretty sure they weren't the friendly kind. I saw the locals spike drastically within a short amount of time, and some of the ships were on my D-scan. Having faith in the safety of my long range away from the warp-in point of the asteroid belt, I decided to stay and keep on shooting at this battleship. But I aligned myself to a celestial object just in case. Typically I like to align to a random moon at a random warp-in range. That way your pursuers will not be able to know exactly where you're going. They will probably just end up warping to the customs office of the planet. I kept my finger on the warp-in trigger, but thankfully nobody showed up at the asteroid belt. In the meantime, I lost my long range to the battleship, but still did not have my shields damaged too much. As the local got less populated, I kept on chipping away at the battleship's armor. The long-range riding option may take a little bit longer, but it's definitely a lot safer. So it's up to you which option you prefer more. Rest assured, you will have the ability to destroy low-sec battleships and not get damaged yourself much in the process, whatever option you choose, whether it's short range or long range. Like I mentioned in my other videos, the toughest part of low-sec riding is actually getting into low-sec. You need to avoid all the gate camps that are usually set up in the first systems after high-sec. Whatever tactics you choose is up to you, just make sure to fly only what you can afford to lose. If you have any questions about low-sec riding and destroyers, please feel free to leave a comment on this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you very much for watching and safe flying out there.